Stupid.
So, after Charleston White left my interview, you teamed up with him to describe and talk about me as well. I remember that he accused us of not showing him, hospitality or after we put him in a great hotel, because I didn't take him around the city and gave him weed.
I'm sorry. You know what? I realized that.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I don't even have to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because that Charleston White, listen, I believed in Charleston White.
Oh, you did?
I believed in
enough
him.
to attack somebody like me.
Listen,
huh?
Let me tell you something.
Who helped you too?
And I'm blaming, listen.
Who you blaming? Blame you, Poppy.
I'm blaming Lily.
Who?
Lily.
From SWV?
Yeah, SWV. I'm blaming Lily. You know why?
Wait, what?
Listen. Lily, I'm talking to the camera, you. She made me believe in Charleston White. And you know, I'm going to say this, right? I still want to believe in Charleston White, but I have to draw a line now. I have to draw a line now because my whole thing is when Charleston White came out, I told everybody Charleston White was beefing my brother Hocus. And I didn't know he said some of the things he said about Hocus kids. But here's the thing, right? I believe that Charleston White was using his platform because he was bringing notoriety to the young boys he was getting out of the prison system. At one point in time, Charleston White was getting youthful offenders. He was getting them home from jail. I don't know where Charleston White is going anymore. I just want to believe that he could change and go back to getting young brothers out of jail.
What about what he said about T.I.'s son?
Everything that he said, listen, T.I.'s son. T.I.'s son, if that was my son, I would whoop his ass.
Okay.
I was taught to respect my elders,
yes.
Number one. Number two, it took me a certain amount of years to even hold a cup of liquor in front of my mother's face.
Same.
I was damn near 30 years old.
Same.
And she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, Ma, I'm grown now. We had a wedding. And I laughed because I had to get the courage.
I know, but I don't do a lot of stuff.
I had to get the courage to have a hold a cup in front of my mother's face. So T.I. has to understand something out of love, right? Correct your son because he has no business being in grown folks' business, number one. Number two, our children is watching your child go to jail and get high on the internet. Correct him. Don't tell adults. I grew up in an era when adults were supposed to G-check the children. Do I agree with the way Charleston White did it? No.
Charleston White was wrong, yes?
Yeah. Charleston White was wrong, yes.
You don't talk about nobody kids under any circumstances.
Charleston White was wrong. No. I disagree. When you a little you don't talk about the kids. That little nigga's 18 going to jail. Talk about how he going to handle grown men. You done stepped out of the era of being a child now. Now you made yourself an adult. But what I don't like is, and I say this to T.I., I wish there was a better way that I could have communicated with T.I. To say, you know what, can we talk to nephew? Instead of jumping out the window and just riding off of emotions. Yo, T.I., can I call you sometimes and say, yo, I don't like the image of nephew because my kids like your son?
So you were wrong.
Can we fix that?
You were wrong as well in this?
What I will say is there was a better way of me doing it. I don't feel like I was wrong. I feel like T.I. is wrong. When T.I. sits up there and he tells his son that these niggas is peons. No, none of us is greater than the other one. And even still, like, you got to understand something.
He said that?
We love T.I. Our kids love your kids. We have to lead by an example. When I get on TV and I put my kids on TV, if T.I. decide to call me and say, yo, how's your kid acting up? I'm going to pull him in the room.
But that's the right way to do it. You see what you just said? The right way is to go at the parent. That's where we come from.
So Charleston White, let me say this about Charleston White. Without disrespecting Charleston White, but at the same time, I got to be real. Charleston White is going too far. With some of the things and some of the disrespect that he's doing, it's like for me, I have to step back and say, I can't no longer justify what he's doing because I thought he had a method to his madness where he was just going to save a child. Now Charleston White is disrespecting so many dead rappers and the mothers of these dead rappers to the point to where that if somebody decides to say, hey, enough is enough, and they get a lawsuit, that lawsuit may affect every black YouTuber. Where YouTube said, this lawsuit was so big, I'm getting rid of all of y'all because I can't control y'all. It's too many of y'all. Because most of our content is starting to get reckless. And you judge an apple or a person from their actions, not what they tell you, but from what you see them doing. And it's getting to the point to where that with Charleston White, his ignorance is overshadowing his message. I believe in Charleston White. I want Charleston White to get back on his path. But no, now it's to the point where people are questioning me and saying, yo, Hassan Campbell, you came out at a child victim, and he's saying he raping white women. And my response to them is, he only said that because black people don't have the balls to talk out against white people the way Kanye is doing. But that excuse is getting burnt out because rape is disgusting.
And hold on, give me a second. So where we come from, like you said, like you deal with the parent. So I don't feel like I do feel like T.I.'s son, while he's in the public, he can be scrutinized and as far as like what's right or wrong. But I feel like the disrespect directed to his son when he has a father is what's wrong. I feel like a lot of us, when we have a lot of skeletons in our closet, try to tell other people how to do things and how to be parents when we got to look within ourselves. That's my opinion on that. Of course, I feel like, Charleston White did go far, disrespecting that man's son and children. I feel like, of course, you said what you said now, but at the time, it was like, Hassan Campbell, what you doing? Huh? You were speaking about...
Matter of fact...
let me talk.
Yo, Flip, hold on, bro, real quick, not to even cut you off.
Hold on, give me a second. 5 mics. Listen, let me say this, right? From me jumping out the window for Charleston White, it led to D Chambers and 5 mics beefing with each other. I have people that was talking to me that wasn't D Chambers, but they're beefing with each other. And let me say this to 5 mics. Congratulations on your success. I wish you more success. Please, whatever my mistakes was, you and D Chambers have history. Get your shit together.
Both good brothers. What
Both
are they
good
beefing
brothers.
about? What are they beefing? What are you talking about? This is new.
Because 5 Mike said that Charleston White, nobody should stand next to him because he bragged about white women.
Uh-huh.
In return, I said T.I. has over 12 different people accusing him of rape, but nobody has actually accused Charleston White of rape. That was my argument. But my whole thing is T.I. haven't been convicted of anything. I don't like the allegations, but a man is innocent until proven guilty. What I will say is 5 mics. I don't like the fact that you and that brother is beefing with each other over something that we as men should have dealt with better. I make mistakes. I cannot make excuses for Charleston White mistakes, but I hope at some point in time Charleston White get out of character, or maybe this is who he really is. I don't know.
I met him. Nice guy. He was here. I'll let you talk. He was here. He was nice. I was surprised when he left how he was. The yelling stuff, we wasn't worried about that, but he was nice. He was a nice Bassy. He was nice when you met him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give us any problem when you booked him in the hotel. He was nice to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the loud talker, we're not afraid of a guy, he's an older guy. That doesn't mean anything. We are comfortable in our skin. We're here to entertain. It's when you leave and you say things, and maybe we should have, I guess, found a weed man for him. But that's not really my thing. I don't smoke, and I'm not a hooligan. Not saying anybody that did what I'm not outside doing that. That's not at the time. Before weed was illegal, I don't associate. I was working on a deal with Spotify that was offering us $10 million. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So I had no time to play around and be, yeah.
That's what the beef was over?
No, it wasn't. He said that we mistreated him. He said that we got him out here and we left him in Chinatown, which we put them in a nice hotel, a top floor in China. It was Bowery Street. He took a video and said, "Oh man, I'm living large." A picture of the Manhattan Bridge. A picture, a nice view. Just to go back and say, I guess somebody called him and was talking about it. I think, to be honest, I was mad at you. I think it was something with Infomons. This is why I really don't really speak about them. I think it was something I don't want to make mistakes, but it was something with Info Moms in my mom because he started to speak about, because he didn't know my videos, but he started to speak about me setting myself on fire, me doing this and doing that. I'm like, hold on, who would put him on to that? That's old videos I did years ago, me fighting. And so it was that's what happened. Somebody had to put him on. I don't think he went online. I did the research, in my opinion, because me setting myself on fire was years ago as a skit. And the fire got out of control. But when
Nigga, you've been famous for years.
Of course. But what I'm saying is that when he came up here, he just saw the numbers. I knew why he came up here. He didn't look at my video. He saw my large following and came up. And that's the conversation. Now, whoever got in his ear, however he feel, he started talking about how we wasn't accommodating. Wish we didn't get him marijuana. Wish we didn't take him around New York City. I'm not a chauffeur. Howard Stern does not take anybody around New York City.
That's not his job.
Nobody saying that to the white man. Howard Stern or nobody at Shade 45 don't take anybody around New York City. So that was an insult to me and my brand because we paid a lot of money to put him in a nice hotel so he can enjoy himself to show that we appreciate him whether we believe in his view or not. And he did that.
Hotel
and you joined you joined the bandwagon.
Yeah,
I watched you do it.
And I ain't gonna lie, yo, Flip, like, I don't even want to cut you off in this and that and third. Hocus is my brother, right? We come from a certain cloth. Poppy is my brother. You disrespect Poppy kids, we have a problem.
I agree.
You disrespect Hocus kids, we have a problem.
I agree.
It's nothing to talk about.
I agree. I'm with you.
At the end of the day, you could be a right, you can be an okay guy, this and that and third. But once all right. So for me, it's certain things I'm just not doing. I'm not talking about nobody moms.
Not me.
I'm not talking about nobody kids. I'm not talking about nobody father. It's certain things I'm not doing. Under any circumstances, it don't matter how I'm feeling, right? I might feel like this right here. And I might pick up the phone and call Rico and Poppy and Fern and Blaze and Mike B. Yo, this is how I'm feeling. But when I call Poppy and I get off that phone, I'm going to trust Poppy enough that when I spoke to him how I felt, that conversation goes nowhere else.
Right.
But I'm not speaking about nobody kids.
I agree.
I'm not speaking about nobody. You got to be the lowest type of person to speak about somebody kids, to speak about somebody moms. So when I see things like that, I can't get with you. It don't matter what your message is. Your message could be, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people out of. You're talking about somebody kids that's 4 years old. That's 5 years old. That's 9. That don't know nothing about this cold world out here.
Now let me say this.
Hold on.
Based off what he's saying.
Okay, Gag, I want to say something.
In my earlier days, coming up on YouTube,
You did do this.
when niggas sitting up there saying, "That's why you got,"
You said a crazy line. Go ahead.
and me being a teary-eyed didn't know how to deal with that, I would say anything. Now recently,
And that's being honest though.
just yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was arguing with some on somebody else's channel, the ghetto section, the dirty section of YouTube, right? Yeah, I created the dirty section. I inspired dirty niggas that want to be on YouTube, so I call it the dirty section. So now here we go. A dude that used to be one of my mods, and I didn't even remember him. He called himself blah blah, blah blah blah. So now he's on this platform because he ain't on my balls no more, and he talking yeah. So I said, your mama. She that bitch just died. Fuck your mother. Because first of all you is threatening me, and I'm sick and tired now. So when I say to you on the internet, hey, everybody knows my address. It's all on the internet. When I say to you, fuck your mother, that means I'm tired and I want to play. And when I come out to play, I'm gonna come out to play. So when I said that, I'm coming outside. Now all these. Oh, why you telling me to come to your house? Because this shit's for TV. My kids, I'm in a small house with a nice pond, nice yard. If you come by, you wet my house up, I ain't gonna cry. I'm gonna get angry. I'm tired of and the shit that they doing to me. I'm Hassan Campbell. That's why you was 30. I'm listening. You was 31 years old with that man piping you. Nigga, I was fucking 12. I was all the way from the age of 5 all the way up from different people. It was normal to me. And when I finally take a stand and tell the world I was violated, the same people that was supposed to protect me beat me up. Nah, I ain't looking for no friends. Yo, mama, listen, when I was growing up, niggas was snapping. The first thing when a baby was born, they'd be like, yo, what the baby look like? A little ugly. That's the hood. It's the hood. I'm only the boldest nigga on the hood to say, you know what? Y'all want to hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back, and I'm available for you to come get me.
Okay, hold on. Stop. Okay,
But also too though.
not saying it's right. It's not.
Yeah,
And it's not.
Also too.
And I'm childish.
Also too. Probably
And I was being childish.
I done also seen probably bad as best. Like I done seen the situation where screaming and yelling over him. You know, I'm not getting into that. I just seen the situation where he's doing whatever he's doing. They screaming. His resume is his resume. We not gonna take nothing from him. Poppy is who he is. We all understand that. We all know that. And I also seen him say, "Hit my line. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not getting into that. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not yelling. I'm not about to do that. And this is why I'm not about to do that." You could paint whatever narrative you want, because the thing about this life, right, Flip? UG, Money, me, Rico, Poppy, Fern, Bo, Mike B. It's gonna paint whatever narrative they want to paint. Flip was this. Poppy was this. Swelly was this.
Yo, Flip, when I'm crying outside and I break down and I'm crying, where's everybody that, yo, we love you? Where's the I love you videos?
That's a
When you
fact.
see it, when you see it hurting, like
Me.
the shit that I've been,
I
that I've been through, the only thing that balanced my life out, like that brought a little bit of balance to my life. My brother that's sitting in the next room that's not on this camera, it gave me more, because so many people turned their back on me. He's embarrassing, or he said this and I don't like this. It's like the jealousy, the envy. I had to battle with everything. Now let me tell you something. I had conversations with cousins. Yeah, because I'm a counselor. And when I'm counseling people, they say Hassan Campbell's my counselor on the internet. But I'm the dysfunctional that keep crying on the internet.
But hold on. Give me a second. Come on, Bobby. Wait, hold on. Let me go back and then
Go ahead.
I gotta wrap it up. Like, listen, real quick. You know, T.I. Want to say this. I wanted to say before. You know, you guys speak so fast and you jump in. It's like double dutch. T.I. is solid. You know, he motivated me, and I just spoke to him the other day. I think he's out here in New York today and yesterday. And he's in the Bronx somewhere. He has something in the Bronx. And
Right down the block from me.
yeah, T.I., you know, he motivates, and, you know, of course we hear all these allegations, but like I said, and I appreciate you saying the man is innocent until proven guilty, because I had allegations against me that I overcame with proof, camera, in the studio, recordings, and all that stuff. And I do feel bad for people who don't have these devices and don't take these measurements. But I want to give him his credit, because your motivation and bringing together and as far as the, you know, young up and coming people and extending the hand, and I salute that. So I can't stand or co-sign anybody talking about his son. I don't respect it. I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about the father. Of course, you could say as an adult, I think that's bad, but saying certain things about a child without seeing a man, it's corny. So I do stand with T.I. as far as his son. That's me. That's me. Let's go to you.
Now let me correct you on that.
No, hold on. You got something
When
to
your
say.
kids or anybody
Yes.
decide to be public opinion and go on the internet, every adult, every child, every blogger has a right to say something about them.
Of course they do.
Now,
but not if you're tangible.
Like, listen,
Not if you're tangible,
listen,
bro.
listen, listen,
Not if you're tangible.
Listen, let me show you. Let me give you
Not
an
if you're
example.
tangible.
Let me give you an example, right? When you go into jail, when you get in grown folks' business, when you threatening adults, you just stepped out of being a child. I've never in my life had anything negative to say about Blue Ivy, Jay-Z's daughter. You know why? Because all you see is a girl that's so beautiful. You see the gift of God when she looks like daddy and mommy, and all you could think is, well, damn, which one she look like today? That's all you're going to say. When you get on the internet and you 18 years old and you going to jail and you getting high and you getting drunk, right? And that's what you putting out there. There's no such thing as nobody can't talk about you.
You can talk, but there's ways to do it. You can. There's ways to do it. Because you
Queenzflip.
don't let nobody talk about your children. No,
Queenzflip.
you don't. I
Queenzflip.
seen you explode. Hold on,
Queenzflip.
stop.
I refuse to be a sucker ass nigga.
You don't have. It's not about a sucker. I
The
seen you
little
get mad when
hood
niggas talk about
that's
your
on the
daughters.
news
I
is
seen
18
you get
years
mad.
old, 16 years
I
old.
seen you get
and they
mad
did-
and talk about when
Listen,
somebody talk about your kids. Yes or no? I seen you.
Queenzflip.
Yes or no? Just say yes.
When
I
my
did.
child is 18 years old,
And what?
you have a right to kick that little nigga in his ass when he decide to do certain things that I
Of
don't like.
course, but you're not gonna. I'm not gonna say.
For
I'm not
one.
gonna say disparaging things about
Listen,
your child.
listen,
I might say,
listen.
Poppy, come on, Poppy. I'm not gonna do that.
Listen.
Me.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna be real.
And I wouldn't want nobody to do that to
If
me.
your little nigga is on the goddamn internet drinking lean
He wouldn't be doing that.
at 18
But if he
years
did
old,
that, yeah.
that little nigga is on the internet going to jail, becoming a one thing I hate, T.I., and I ask you this respectfully, you raised your son with a silver spoon. Make him represent you with the lifestyle that you gave him. We got kids that's growing up in the hood that wish they had the things that your son had. Your son is selling us ignorance when our children would love to sleep in his bed and live the life that he lived. And I'm not going to sit up here.
How can he make him?
Listen.
At 8, how can he make him?
Listen.
How can he make him?
Listen.
How can he make
At the
him?
end of the day.
Nobody made you do
At the
anything
end
at
of the
18.
day, listen,
You was outside. I heard the
listen.
story.
So now,
Nobody made you do
listen,
anything.
Listen, I wish.
Come on.
I wish T.I. was my daddy.
Okay, of course.
I wish, listen, no.
But nobody can make you do anything, Poppy.
Hold up. I wish, Queenzflip.
Yeah.
My mother, when you say the woman that only she only can afford the chicken wing, there were certain days my mother didn't have no money. She was on welfare.
I
You
understand.
know how I used to get money? I used to walk a dog named Melissa for an old lady named Teresa. One of my mother's friends, 3 times a day. She would give me $3 every time I walked that dog. And sometimes those $3 would buy food for the house if my mother didn't buy no cigarettes with it. It would buy milk. So I learned as a little kid walking this dog how to take care of my house.
True.
So with me, respectfully, if I come out the wrong way, I was never taught how to love. I was never taught how to be the husband. I was never taught how to be a man. I was never taught how to be a father. I had to learn that shit.
Okay.
So T.I., if I have to sit up there and I say things the wrong way, please, I just want you to understand that our children is looking at your child and he's misleading them. And it's making some of us angry. I don't want no smoke with T.I.
Okay.
Listen, T.I., what I will say to T.I., I grew up listening to T.I., and I love his music. I love T.I.'s music. When I was in the South, doing things I ain't have no business doing, I was down in Wilmington, North Carolina, blasting T.I. Not Lil Wayne, T.I. So I should have enough voice to say, T.I., let's try to clean up our backyard because our children, all of our children are looking at each other. And when Hassan Campbell when I put my children on the internet, and a parent come to me and say, your child is bugging, and it's my job as a parent to go to my child and not tell my child that these people are peons. The person in McDonald's is somebody. The janitor is somebody. The bus driver is somebody. The sanitation worker is somebody. The homeless person that lost his place gambling in the streets,
It's
that's
somebody.
living in Vegas, is still somebody.
So did you? I didn't hear peon. I didn't hear that. So I can't. I didn't hear it.
So what I'm saying
Is
is,
the videos him saying that?
so what I'm saying is that the things, yes, T.I. was very bougie.
All right, cool.
He was very bougie, just like with Fat Joe when he dissed the YouTubers.